Hiya, welcome back to the channel. I'd just like to thank everybody who has support channel, liking, sharing, subscribing. Also the ones that have left me comments, thank you so much. I'd also like to thank the ones that had private readings from me. Um, I feel honoured for that, thank you. Been doing these wee weekly readings using the major arcana. This week I've been guided to use the minors. I'm not sure why, but we do what we're guided to do. I've also been guided to pull you a card from the Talking to Heaven, um, Heaven messages this week. So, as I say, whatever I'm guided to do, I go ahead and do, and I don't really question it. I'm not sure why this is to happen, but this is a general reading for the sign of Leo from the 15th to the 21st of June. It is a general reading. All of the messages might not apply to you, but hopefully you'll get something from it. While I'm doing your reading, if you have a loved one on the other side that you would like to get a message from, you could maybe think of them while I'm doing your reading, and then when I pull the Talking to Heaven card, maybe a message will come through for you that would relate to you. As I say, it's not going to apply to everybody, but hopefully somebody will get some help from it, some answers. Okay, so the energies you've got coming in for Monday, you have the Ace of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. So this is really positive energies coming in. The Ace of Swords is about finding a new way of thinking. It's a one, so it's a new beginning. Inspirational ideas. It's like a gift from the universe coming in. It's a very powerful card. I feel as if for some of you this could be a totally new way of thinking or taking things, looking at things from a totally new perspective. The Two of Pentacles is about juggling before making a decision. You could be juggling with money, or it could be an idea that you've been thinking about with the Ace of Swords here, but it does speak of you making the right choice, the right decision. It gives you the ability to make successful changes, and there won't be any obstacles or anything in your way. So that's very positive coming in for Monday. On Tuesday, you've got the Nine of Pentacles upright and the Two of Wands in reverse. The Nine of Pentacles speaks about someone who is kind of self-made. They're in a good position. They're quite accomplished, quite successful. They have nice things. They have a nice car, a nice home. They're doing actually quite well for themselves. Um, with the Two of Wands in reverse, this speaks of um, someone from the outside kind of pressuring you to make a decision about something. It can be in business or relationships, anything that would affect in your life. But I feel as if you're getting outside pressure to, um, choose something. And what this card tells me is, or what, it just says, be mindful of this, someone pressuring you to make a decision, because it could possibly not go the way you want it to go then. There could be some news coming in of some of yous having a relative that's quite poorly right now. Or this could be you yourself. There's a possible illness. So if you go ahead and get yourself checked if you're worried about anything, um, or if you've been putting it off for any reason, right, go ahead and get a wee check-up. For Wednesday, you've got the Eight of Swords in reverse and the Seven of Swords upright. So the Eight of Swords in reverse talks about being freed from the shackles, being freed from your own thoughts. The Eight of Swords upright speaks of being trapped, um, like self-entrapment in your thoughts. So I call it the ego card upright, and it's where um, you've got to the point where you feel as if you lack something, you're not good enough, or you're not smart enough, you're too fat, too thin, whatever it is with you, because we all have this in some way. But I feel with it in reverse, you're coming out of that and you're finding that your worries are unfounded. The worries don't really make sense, and you're starting to see. So this could be a start of a new venture for you. This could be you taking your power back and moving into your own light, especially with your Ace of Swords here. It's like a total new mindset, and like releasing yourself from the self-entrapment that you've put yourself into. The Seven of Swords speaks of guarding your personal possessions. This could be somebody sneaking, could be a thief. So just watch your bags, purses, phones, and cars, whatever. Um, and it also speaks about if you are planning a new venture or something new, to just watch who you're bringing into that. Excuse me. Watch who you're trying to get into the whole picture, your partners or workers or that kind of thing, because somebody could be a bit sneaky here. So um, if it's something that you needed copyrighted or whatever, go ahead and get that done, because I feel as if someone might be trying to steal your ideas or you know whatever you're coming up with for your business. But as I say, for some of you, it will be an actual theft. Um, so just watch your possessions there. On Thursday, you have got the Queen of Wands in reverse and the Page of Wands upright. So the Wands are fire signs: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I'm not going to say if this is a male or a female, but I would say it was an older energy, as in like plus. Um, they might be a bit sneaky. This might be the person who's coming in on Wednesday. I feel they're also a wee bit they have a childishness about them. They could be a wee bit petty, but there's definitely, deceits. They're quite deceitful. They might not be telling you full truths. Um, the page usually brings in good news about something. The ones are quite powerful. They're quite strong-willed, assertive people. But I feel that this Queen of Wands in reverse, she's not been on the up and up with you. There's something not right with this energy coming in. She's been a bit deceitful, I think. Um, she can also be a penny pincher in the reverse. But the Page of Wands is like a younger energy coming in. This is inexperienced. This is quite naive energy. Um, but they do usually bring in good news. But this page is facing away from you, so that's why I'm thinking that it could be that the Queen of Wands here is the actual person, but they're just acting a bit childish and acting a bit young in this situation. So just be mindful for that. On Friday, you have got the Five of Pentacles upright and the Eight of Wands upright. So the Five of Pentacles upright speaks of disappointment or loss. It speaks of coming from a place of lack. Um, it could be difficulties over finances. For some of you, it could be that you've been in a relationship and you've felt kind of as if it's phasing out. You've been left out in the cold a wee bit. There's some sort of disappointment there with romantic partnerships. Um, you have the Eight of Wands here, which is messages coming in quite quickly. Um, and for some of you, I feel as if you'll be going on a journey. It'll be quite a successful journey. I don't know if this will be for business for some of you or a holiday. For some of you, I'm feeling it will start off as a business trip, but you'll, have a wee holiday in there before you come back. For some of you, I feel as if there's going to be a really swift courtship starting, and it will end in marriage, like really quick. I think it will be like meet, date a couple of times, either move in together and then get married, or just get married really, really quick. Um, for Saturday, you have the Ten of Swords in reverse and the Three of Swords upright. So the Ten of Swords in reverse can speak about like risky ventures, risky projects, taking a risk and having temporary financial gains from it, but later on possibly losses. So this is all about, thinking carefully. A 10 is an end of a cycle, so it turns into a 1, which is a new beginning. So I feel as if this is like a new project or a new venture, a new business, something like that, I feel as if you're being told to think carefully about it before you jump in there, because although it looks as if it's going to be really good to start with, Later on, there's going to be possible losses with that. Um, Covering you, you have the Three of Swords. Okay, the swords, the Three of Swords usually talks of um, the loss of like a love partner or a relationship. Um, to me, it speaks of like disappointments and sorrow. So over here on the Five of Pentacles, we spoke about disappointments in relationships or love affairs. So for some of you, I think you will be splitting with a partner, but I don't feel as if the person that you're splitting with was serving a purpose anymore. I think it had fizzled out. It was ready to go. For some of you, I feel as if you already have someone else um, kind of on the sideline. So it's not a three-way relationship as such, but I feel as if you've got someone else lined up waiting for this to end or waiting for this to fizzle out. For some of you, I feel as if the disappointments are coming from children. So this could be your child or your grandchild, but I feel as if for some of you, there's a child that's kind of ripped your heart out a wee bit, and it's all about expectations, what you expected from them and what you didn't, and they didn't live up to your expectations. On Sunday, you have got the Four of Wands upright and the Five of Swords upright. So the Four of Wands upright talks about it's kind of the wedding card. So for some of you, you will be getting married. For some of you, you will be invited to a wedding. For some of you, there's a new romance coming in, so that could be this third person that you've had sitting waiting for this to fizzle, for this new one. I feel there'll be new starts for some of you here with this person, and they will turn out quite prosperous for you. The four's a really good number. The four signifies stability, it signifies structure and a good foundation. Um, with the Five of Swords, it talks about guarding yourself against personal losses. So just make sure that this new person coming in, you know, you know them well and you don't just bring them straight into your home or anything. Get to know them, date. That old-fashioned thing called dating. I don't think that people do it nowadays, but um, I feel for some of you that you'll be too fast letting this person in your home. So try and just be mindful of that. With the Five of Swords, I feel that for some of you, you do need to use strong determination in some aspects of your life. But when it comes to like winning and losing, I don't feel with this card there is a winner because um, this is going to be different for everybody. But I feel for some of you, are up against someone who is not a strong enough opponent for you, and I don't mean physically, I mean mentally. You know that you've already won before this even starts, and I feel you'll come away feeling bad about winning. So you'll have won the battle, but not really the war, because then you'll be struggling with yourself. Remember, the five is about thoughts, and I just feel that you end up putting yourself in quite a negative place by winning this battle. So whatever this is coming in for each of you, and it will be different, just try and being sensible and ward it off before it even, starts up with you. So I'm hoping that you have been thinking about your loved one while I was doing your reading. I'm just going to pull your wee card that's talking to heaven and see what messages come through. Hopefully, some of you out there will get the answer to your question. As I said, I don't use these in general readings, but I have been guided to, and I'm not really sure why. But we'll go for it and see if it's any help. And this could be one person that's been asking for a message, and um, I'm just being guided to do all the signs so that that certain person gets the right message. Okay, we'll take this one. So the card I've picked for you is I send you loving signs through nature. So if anybody was thinking, I speak to you all the time and I don't get any answer or any sign or, you know, so they're telling you that they're sending you the loving signs through nature. You just have to be open to receive them. Sometimes we want something so badly that we actually don't see what's coming in for us. I'll tell you what the book says about it. Okay, so it says, yes, that is me sending you signs of my love and presence. I learned how to do this from the angels and from our other loved ones who are here with me in heaven. Together we send you reminders that you are cared for, watched over, and protected by us. We've sent you birds, dragonflies, butterflies, flowers, clouds, and rainbows. Each time you notice these signs, your body has given you confirmation of who sent them to you. I'm so glad that you're trusting the signs and your body's signals. We are so connected, and that includes our connection through nature. I love you. So, if any of you have been noticing like birds coming, little creatures, butterflies coming in your windows, or any of these wee signs, it can come in dreams. The signs can come like, you get in your car and you hear a song on the radio, or you see an advert on the TV, something that just connects you to your loved one. This is them trying to let you know that they're there and round about you, and they're thinking about you all the time as much as you're thinking about them. Um, but you need to be open to receive them. So the spiritual world is all about free will. They can't just come in and help you. You have to ask them. You have to ask for help. You have to ask for a sign. Um, and once you ask, they can try and communicate with you, but unless you're open to receive it, they can't just invade your personal space, you know. So I hope this message has helped somebody out there. As I say, I'm not sure who the message is for. Hopefully more than one person will get the benefit of me doing these cards in the general readings. And I think I'll leave it there for today. I'm sending you my blessings, love and light. Speak to you again.